Hey everybody, welcome back to another Merly on Time. My name is Chris. Thanks so much for taking some time to check this video out. Today I'm going to be unboxing and reviewing a great watch, a great budget watch. It is a field watch and it is this Timex Expedition Scout watch. I'll be comparing it to some other field watches that you can get. I just came across it on Amazon and I only paid 60 Canadian dollars for this watch. I believe at the time of filming this that it has gone back up to $80, and that's Canadian funds. And it's still much cheaper than some of the other kind of field watches that you can get from some more name brands. And so I just wanted to show this watch because I think it's a great little piece. And for a field style watch, it is certainly something that you can easily get your hands on without breaking the bank. If you haven't done so yet already, please hit subscribe, please like the video, and please make a comment in the video below. Let me know if you are liking this watch. Make a comment on what your favorite field watch is. You know, just dialogue with me a little bit on the channel, and that would help out with all of the YouTube analytics and whatnot and help to grow my channel a little bit. I really do appreciate that. And so with that, let's turn the camera around and have a look at this Timex Expedition Scout field watch. Okay guys, so here it is, the Timex Expedition Scout. It came in just a simple box, and as you can see, I accidentally broke the little stand that it comes on. Anyway, before we really talk about the watch itself, of course, customary wristwatch check. I'm wearing my Casio World Time Illuminator. I picked this up for, I believe, around $50 or $60. Love that watch. And so yeah, the box itself is just a paper box, and you know, nothing really fancy or anything about the packaging. But so here is the watch, the Timex Expedition Scout. I'll just put the crown in there so we can get that moving around. This is a nice little watch. Let me just get the dimensions out of the way. It is a 40 millimeter case diameter. It's because it's a quartz watch, it's quite thin. It's only 11 millimeters thick, so it does wear nice, although a little bit smaller on the wrist as a result of that. The lugs are 20 millimeters, and so your watch band is a 20 millimeter watch band, so easy enough to swap things out. This particular one came on a nylon canvas strap, which is quite nice. Doesn't really have any branding or anything on the strap because it is just a nylon canvas strap. The buckle does have the logo on for, you can barely see it, but it has the Expedition logo on the buckle. The case material of this watch, because it is a cheaper watch, is made out of brass. The only thing that is stainless steel on this watch, you can see there's the crown is also brass. No finishing or logo on the crown. Really just kind of a real like a matte finish on the case itself. Nothing really polished or anything like that. The only thing that is stainless steel is this snap-on case back, and you can see that it has the Expedition logo on it as well, and just a mineral crystal covering the dial on this one as well. And so it's a little bit cheaper than other field watches that you can get. And I do want to just kind of talk about you know, the aesthetics of this watch. If you just have a look at the dial with the field watch or military style watch, of course you've got the Arabic numerals surrounding the dial from 1 to 12, and the innermost ring has the dials for the 24, or dials, the markings, the Arabic markings for the 24-hour time. And just in comparison to other watches, I just wanted to show you aesthetically they look very similar, although these watches are much more expensive. This is the Hamilton Khaki. As you can see, it looks quite similar in its aesthetics. This watch is over $500. the Citizen Echo Drive. This one's around $200. The Sin model. This one quite expensive, I believe. Close to $1,000 for that one. This Fossil is a few $100s. This Momentum, which is a brand that I hadn't heard before, not overly a fan of that dial, but it's over $300. And on Aliexpress, you can get this escapement time. It's called a pilot watch, but it's pretty much a field watch as well. It's about $130 or $140, so twice as much. And then this Seiko field style watch is also, you can get it on Joma Shop, this particular one. Notice it also has a canvas strap, and the retail price for this is $300, and you can get it for about $130 now, I think, on Joma Shop. But still, we're talking about watches that aesthetically have the same look as this Timex, but are much more expensive. And I'm all about saving a buck. And spending, double the amount for a fields type watch just isn't my thing. I'm quite happy with this Timex. Let's just take a closer look at the dial here, and you can see that everything on this dial is basically just printed on. It's a black dial. All the Arabics are printed on. So your hours for 1 to 12 and 13 to 24, everything printed on. Timex Expedition logo under the 12 is printed as well. This does have a water resistance of 50 meters, and so that's not it's not bad. It would have been much better if it was 100 meters, but it doesn't have a screw down crown or anything like that. And the crown itself, you push it in to activate the Indiglo, and so you can see at the 6 o'clock Indiglo water resistant 50 meters. One thing that you will notice about the movement as well, it's obviously just a quartz movement. I do like the yellow arrow seconds hand that's moving around, and you'll notice that it is hitting some of the marks basically at about the 4. It'll start hitting the markers a little bit better. So as you see this coming around, it's just missing most of the markers, but right when it gets to about the 19-20 second mark, and this happens with a lot of quartz watches actually that I own, it'll start hitting the markers a little bit better the second way, or the second half of the watch, and so you can see it's hitting the markers pretty good right now, but it'll get progressively worse as it rounds up to the 12 o'clock. And so overall, though, it is doing pretty good. And so it's not bad for the $60 that I paid for it, for sure. The best part of this watch, though, is not the lume. There is a little bit of lume on the hour and the minute hand of this watch, but this is Indiglo, and boy, it's really, really nice. Any of you that have Timex watches know Indiglo is awesome. You could just have to push in the dial to activate the Indiglo, and even with all the lights on in my studio, you can see there that it is lighting up really nice. The one thing that I would say that I think I would have liked a little bit better, and let me just pop out the crown here to show you this date window at the 3 o'clock. Oh, it's losing focus. Aesthetically, I think I would have liked to have a bit of a border around the date window, just to make that a little bit more, just to make it stand out a little bit more, or at the very least follow the same kind of bold pattern on the Arabics that the 13 through 24 hour markers have on the dial. It is a little bit harder to see, doesn't really kind of stand out too much. So either a border, a white border, or something to give some definition to that would have been nice. But other than that, for $60 that I paid, $80 that you can probably get it for now, I'll leave a link in the description below. It is a great watch. I will give you the Indiglo shot with the lights off, because it is just fantastic. Let me show that to you now. So as mentioned, obviously this doesn't have lume. Well, you can see the hour and the minute hand do have a little bit of lume on them. A little bit darker here in my office. And to activate the Indiglo, of course, you just push in the crown, and there it is. That's amazing. Of course, Timex is known for their Indiglo, proprietary Indiglo function of the watch. And for that reason alone, you know, I think this particular feature certainly makes this a desirable watch, as opposed to, you know, some of the more expensive field type watches that I showed you. Now, all of those watches, the quality of those watches, the movements, the material that the watches are made from, obviously are superior to this watch. But this is certainly a feature that makes the watch worth getting, and you get the aesthetics of a nice field watch for a price that you cannot beat. And I'm sure if you watch online, this watch can come $60 or lower again, and again that's Canadian price. I'll show it to you on wrist now. And here's what it looks like on wrist. I have a 7.5-inch wrist for your reference. Great looking piece. Timex Expedition, great brand. You know, they do make them a little bit cheaper, so it's more affordable, and you get a great looking piece, and that's what I'm all about. Great looking piece on the wrist, and this certainly is a great looking piece in my opinion. Let me know what you think about this watch in the comments below. Do you have any of the other field watches that I mentioned in the video? It would be awesome to hear from you. Just dialogue with me a little bit in the comment section below. So that's the Timex Expedition Scout watch. Thanks for watching. Thanks for taking the time to check the review out. If you haven't done so yet, please hit subscribe. Please like the video. Please let me know what you think about this watch. And remember, wherever you go, make sure you have a great looking piece on your wrist, and make sure that wherever you're going, you get there on time. Thanks everyone. God bless you. We'll see you in the next video.